So you want to know what happens when you leave a narcissist, right? If you are thinking of leaving a narcissist or you've got no contact with a narcissist, this video is for you. I am going to walk you through my experience of how I left, how I survived after, and how things are going right now. I lived, or I survived a narcissistic abuse relationship that lasted 18 years. Now, why did it last that long, you may ask? I just didn't know what narcissism was. I just did not understand what was going on, because when you think that you've mended a patch, uh, maybe things are gonna start. You're gonna start having a smooth ride, and then something happens. There was always chaos, unending chaos. So, so I thought by living a narcissist, I was gonna be chaos free, but no. No, they won't die without a fight. So what happened is, when I left, I had to escape with them when I had to escape with my two children, a teenager and an 8-year-old, a girl and a boy, right? And the way I did it was I made sure they were not home. And we had gotten to a point where we were not on talking terms. Like, if there was a message, it was being relayed through the kids, although we lived in the same house. It wasn't like a big house where you have to send somebody to pass on a message. It was just like the next room to. If somebody's speaking from downstairs, you could actually hear them. So, anyways, I had to plan my exit and execute it without them knowing, and they were not even in the house. So I was like, "Thank you, Lord," because it was high time. I had to leave because I was just like mm, 5 feet to my grave, 5 feet, 5 feet, 5 feet away from my grave, because the way things were going, the way my body was falling apart, my health was zero. I was barely functioning. I just could not even process anything major in my head. I right, right. Okay. Let me come back to what um, happens when you leave a narcissist. Okay. So after we left, um, they started hoovering. Thank God I'd blocked them. Well, I hadn't blocked them as such, but I changed my number. And I'd blocked them on social media, way before I had even thought of leaving. Now, they were calling my daughter because they had their number. And it was like 5 calls, messages. And I'm like, isn't it, if you call somebody and then they miss your call, you wait for them to return? But it actually took a toll on her, such that she just refused to eat. And then I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's what teenagers do, but maybe she's tired, or it's because of the change in the environment. Right. So the calling, the hoovering, was, I don't think in their head they had registered that we had gone forever. They thought probably we'd gone on holiday. Look at it. A narcissist thinking that we had gone on holiday. They didn't pay for it. They didn't even know where we'd gone. Your family. Bruh. Bruh. Anyway, so the smear campaign was following, because they had been using that tactic throughout the 18 years. I just used to wonder why people were funny, like when I talked to them, and why people were, the kind of a look. And I'm like, what is going on? Yeah, so after the hoovering has failed, they're going to do a smear campaign. If the smear campaign doesn't end, as far as I know, because here and there, I mean, I'm approaching 3 years now, I hear that this is what they're saying, or a narcissist is after your life. So they'll do all they can to make sure. I mean, if they could just, if they had the switch to your oxygen, they would probably just turn it off. I mean, if God was to ask when He comes to collect people, I'm sure if they were to ask them, you'll be the first one to go. I mean, they'll be like, yeah, that one is they don't deserve to take up space. Anyways, so they'll also start playing the victim. They'll be telling everyone who's got ears to listen to that, you see, I've always told you that person was no good. Now they've decided to leave. I didn't do anything to them. Everything was fine. I'm like, is that your definition of fine? Right. So the next one will be stalking. Depending on the type of narcissist you will be dealing with, because my one was a covert narcissist. The kind of people where they just like pretend like they don't want the attention on them, but at the same time they want to feel superior. They want all the attention, but in a hidden way. What I say in a hidden way? Say, for example, they want to prove their intelligence. So they'll spend like 5 days straight studying a subject, only to go and find people to present that subject to. And then it will probably be something that is not common. For example, there was this Bible teacher called Chuck Missler. Right. So this Bible teacher used to break down concepts from the Bible that no other preachers were doing. So they found that, and then they'll be like, let me do the book of Genesis. Let me do the book of the Revelations, or yeah, all the Gospels in the Bible. So now they'll try and find something that is interesting or fascinating, that when they present to people, because they're very good at presentation, by the way, they have to grab people's attention because that's what they feed on. That's where the supply comes from. Okay, so I said they want attention, and then they sort of like they fool people that they're intelligent, but the intelligence comes from studying a subject like for a full week, and then you go and present. I mean, honestly, who couldn't do that? I mean, you could do that. You could do the same thing. I mean, if you were to practice how to boil an egg for 5 full days, and then you go to somebody who's never done it, and then you be like, "You want to boil an egg? Show you." They will be like, "Wow, thank you. You've changed my life. How did you know all this?" And then they'll be like, "Because I'm cool." Right. Okay. So I said they'll stalk you, and then I was saying to you, if they have the means, or if they're the type that is the grandiose, they obviously will be like, want to command attention in whatever form. So my type, they'll just go on social media. I mean, they know things about hacking and stuff like that, and they'll be like, what is the benefit in doing that? Right. So that's the first part about what a narcissist will do when you leave, because they want to win all the time. I mean, I was grade A supply to them, so they couldn't. They just they to panic. They panicked when they realized that we left, and this was like almost like 2 weeks or 3 weeks in. I mean, they ended up reporting us to the police that we are missing almost after a month, a full whole month. Right. When they when they're like stalking you, or you know what stalking is, it's scary. You should call the police if you see them near you when they're not supposed to be. Because, like for me, they're not supposed to be where we are. We haven't shared our address with them, so what are they doing? What is the motive for them to be there? Right. So the other one is, when you've left. After all the flying monkeys they will try and send to convince you to come back, um, you're gonna find that the next part is just you going through a roller coaster of emotions. You'll be like, you feel like scared. Yeah, it's like scary. The freedom is scary, but that's what we wanted, isn't it? You wanted to be free from this horrible experience, from uh, being invalidated, from feeling invisible, from being treated so bad. Like, what have I done to deserve this? Okay, so I said the emotional roller coaster, right? You're just gonna start feeling like you miss them, and then you're wondering, but this person, after the way they used to treat me, like honestly, I cried myself to sleep. I wondered when is this nightmare is gonna end? Um, the way they just left the house without letting you know where they are, the way you'll be like, they would go like, you just leave the house, and then you're like, oh, why have you abandoned us? Where is he going? Right. So what I'm basically trying to say is, the emotions that you're going to experience, because now you're free from all that chaos that's been happening. There's your body is now processing, your mind is now able to retrieve some emotions that were hidden. Oh, why is this itchy? Yeah, your brain is now retrieving the emotions that were hidden because you were in survival mode, right? Survival mode. You just couldn't be free. You just couldn't relax. So now you're sort of like relaxed. Your brain can see that, oh, we are in a safe space. Um, oh dear, I'm sorry. This is itchy. Why are you itchy for? I'm on camera. I hope you don't mind. Okay, so yeah, you just feel scared. Like, what are they gonna do? But like I said earlier on, in the first part, if you see them where they're not supposed to be seen, you call the police for your safety. You rather protect yourself that way, right? And not engage with them, because a narcissist at that point is deadly, especially if you're gonna leave and they're there. They'll be like, "What? My A grade supply? Where am I gonna get it from?" At least you've given. Well, know that you're the only supply in their lives. They'll have like lots of them lined up. Right. So I say that when you leave, you stay in no contact or block them. Which is what I did. I changed my number, so they didn't have my number for a long time. I had to contact them for not like this, no, message, WhatsApp, because I just could not. I didn't want their voice going through my head again, because it would just evoke uh, memories from the past. Bad ones, of course. Yeah, so block them, mute them, just avoid. If they call you, avoid, but that is a bit tricky because you might answer accidentally and then you didn't want to talk to them and then end up being sucked back in. Anyway, the next other thing is just like journal, like keep a journal. Oh, I had a journal next to me. I was going to show you. I think I've got one next to me. Yeah, let me show you. Journal. Yep. Every day. Just write down your thoughts in there. And the other thing is just like move your body. Move your body. Not like this, but you know what I mean? Like walking, brisk walking, um, yoga. If you are into yoga, I am into, where's that book? I am into Tibetan rites. I do 5 Tibetan rites. If you just, they're here on YouTube. There's some people who've done videos about them. So if you just, I do that. They've been of tremendous help because they help shift trauma from your body, which is amazing. I feel better for it. Another thing is just surround yourself with supportive people, safe people. I mean, if there's no like people around you, online communities, join online communities, which is what I have done, right? Yeah, just reclaim your body. You can choose. You can join like dancing clubs. Um, nah, not for me. Not for me. Not now, at least. I'm okay with it. My 5 Tibetan rites. I can't do cold showers, but other people say do cold showers. I do breath work, like breathing through your diaphragm. I was going to show you my diaphragm. Breathing through your diaphragm is actually, it calms you down. Okay. And yeah, living a narcissist was actually one of the bravest things that I've done. I mean, I've done other things in the past to keep myself safe because I am no stranger to abuse, but I've survived and I've used one experience to gather strength from it and to be where I am and to have survived. Right. So, yeah, once you've left, you go through the emotional roller coaster that I said. But healing is possible. Rebuilding your life is worth it, and it is the most beautiful thing. I mean, I never used to take care of myself anymore. For what? Where was I going? I used to just be in my pajamas Monday to Sunday. Especially towards the end, I remember I was like, oh my God, what's happened to me? Why am I in my pajamas the whole day, the whole week? What is going on? Right. So, if you're watching me and you feel scared, just know that freedom is possible. It's worth it. I am proof that after 18 years of confusion, of crying, of pain, of suffering, of wondering why are things not working? When will they work? Of being asked by my kids, why are you always shouting? I am proof that life after narcissistic abuse is real, it's possible. Yeah, you can do it. If I can do it, not knowing anybody, just having the faith that life could be better, that I put myself in this situation, therefore I can take myself out. I remember I said my past or my previous experiences with abuse gave me that strength that if I survived last time, what did I do to survive? I took myself out. And then you have to rebuild when you take yourself out, because sometimes you just have clothes on your back, and then that's what I had. And just 2 suitcases. After 18 years, I walked away from my home that was fully paid up for. We had lived in there for 10 years. We're actually on our, was 22, 11th year. But I deserve better. My kids deserve peace, love, joy, harmony, freedom. If this video resonates with you, and if you're planning to leave and you just need support, you can reach me on my email. If you go on my channel page, there's my email address there. Send me an email. I would be glad to be of support to you. I know you wanted to know what to expect when you leave a narcissist, and I hope I've answered that. I am gonna say that's it for now. Thank you. My heart to your heart. I love you. Please like, comment, and share. Subscribe if you're new to the channel so that you continue seeing me talking about how life can be better after narcissistic abuse. Bye bye.